Welcome to the Skeptic Site podcast. I'm Steven, I'm the host. This is just a brief explanation and rationale episode to introduce myself, give you some idea what this project is all about. I'm a former academic, former pastor, I'm currently an educator and social worker. I sometimes refer to myself as a recovering intellectual, which is an attempt to get a laugh by being self-deprecating, but it's also an important shift in my story. Eventually, pursuing meaning through study alone stopped being healthy for me, and I needed to ground myself in the experiences of ordinary life. If you're an Enneagram person, I'm a 5 who had to step outside the castle of my own mind and get my hands and feet muddy in the fields. I've spent my whole life studying philosophies and religions from all over the world, trying to make sense out of the world and make sense out of myself. And the result is a lot less certainty, a lot more mystery, and mostly that's good. It means I've let go of some of that immature need to be right. And I've started to appreciate the world for what it is, in all of its complexity. But after years of joyfully embracing mystery, and also wrestling with it in frustration, I found myself needing to put down roots again. I love playing with words and ideas, and speculation has always been fun for me, but nowadays, I need the rubber to hit the road. I'm convinced that ideas matter. Believing beautiful things leads us to act in beautiful ways and makes us beautiful people. And ugly ideas lead to ugly people doing ugly things. And so since ideas have real consequences and they matter so much, what do I actually believe? Speculation and exploration aside, what do I actually believe enough that I live my life according to it? One day I sat down to make this list, and I could think of maybe 5 things. It turns out that's a really hard list to make. I know I believe things because I see them come out of me when I respond to people and circumstances around me. So with some time and observation, eventually that list expanded to 10, maybe 15 things. A list like this shouldn't have too many entries. I should be clear, these aren't so much articles of faith. They're what I'm convinced is true and beautiful and good, the nature of reality and existence. And what surprised me is that most of this list has very little to do with my own faith tradition. I picked these observations up from all over the world, but I think they're compatible with what's valuable in my own problematic tradition, and they help me decide what to keep and what to let go of. Seeing that list in front of me has been really beneficial. It gets me excited about truth and beauty and goodness, and helps me recognize my ability to participate in them in my own small way. It helps me live into what's true and beautiful and good in myself. It makes me more healthy and more human. And it's made me very curious. What would this list look like for other people? What if I could explore profound matters like this without getting bogged down with dogma and doctrine and religious arguments? What kind of agreement could we find? What would it lead to? So that's what this podcast is all about. This is my curious journey, trying to build something new by exploring the deeper things. And I'm starting with my friends. Now, most of them came from the same problematic religious background I did, and we've all had to reckon with it in our own ways. So in the first few episodes, that will end up being a secondary theme. And to be honest, most of my friends are white guys. So hopefully along the way I can engage more diverse voices, because if you haven't noticed, hearing truth and beauty and goodness in other voices is really valuable to me. But I have to start with where I am, with what I have. And what I have is a group of people who I deeply respect, who I know have worked hard at this. So that's a kind of treasure that I want to share. I want to have this conversation with them, and I'm betting that they will have wisdom that's worth sharing. So in a way, this is kind of me inviting you to listen in as I reconnect with old friends. Maybe that's a silly thing to do. I don't know what this is going to end up being, but I am so convinced it will be full of truth and beauty and goodness that I guess I'm okay with the embarrassment of bringing attention to myself. I think this is going to be good. I hope you enjoy it.